Coconut shell. Once upon a time, there lived a poor farmer couple who worked for a rich man's family. They were very hardworking and kind, but they didn't have any children even though they were over 50 years old. One day, the wife went to the forest to collect firewood. It was a sunny day, and she was so thirsty that she drank some rainwater from the coconut shell under the tree. She then became pregnant. Her husband passed away not long after that. She gave birth to a baby with no hands or legs. His body was as round as a coconut. She was upset and was to abandon him, but then the baby spoke. "Mom, I'm a real person. Please don't throw me away. Poor me." The old woman felt sorry for him and decided to raise him. She named him Coconut Boy. Growing up, Coconut Boy just rolled along the ground and was able to do nothing. The old woman felt very sad. Knowing his mother's thought, Coconut Boy asked his mom to allow him to work by herding cows for a rich man's family. At first, the rich man hesitated, but then he thought, it will save me a great deal of money as he eats very little and the wages are low. So he accepted the idea. To his surprise, Coconut Boy did a very good job. All of the cows looked plump and healthy. The rich man was really happy about that. At harvest time, when all the servants were working in the fields, the rich man told his 3 daughters to take turns bringing lunch to Coconut Boy. The 2 older sisters were haughty and cruel. Coconut Boy was often given a cold shoulder while they brought him food. On the other hand, the youngest daughter was the kindest to Coconut Boy. One day, it was the turn of the youngest daughter to take food to Coconut Boy. As she reached the mountainside, she heard a beautiful flute. Going nearer, she saw an intelligent and handsome young man playing the flute while the cows were grazing. But when she came even closer, everything disappeared. In front of her eyes, there was only Coconut Boy lying on the ground. But then she knew that Coconut Boy was not an ordinary person and fell in love with him secretly. When the harvest finished, Coconut Boy asked his mother to go and ask the rich man if he could marry his daughter. His mother was astonished, but she finally agreed because he asked so insistently. The rich man smiled and shook his head when Coconut Boy's mother brought betel and areca to propose marriage. He said to her, "If he wants to marry my daughter, please bring me a big bag of gold, 10 pieces of the best quality silk, 10 fat pigs, and 10 big bottles of the finest wine." She went home and thought about giving up. To his surprise, on the appointed day, Coconut Boy brought all of the wedding gifts to the rich man. The wealthy man was so astonished that he had to call his 3 daughters out for their opinions. The 2 older sisters pouted and turned away, but the youngest one nodded her head and agreed to the proposal. On the wedding day, no one could see Coconut Boy anywhere. Instead, there was an intelligent and handsome man standing next to the bride. Everyone was stunned and happy for the couple, while the 2 older sisters were sad and jealous. After a great wedding, Coconut Boy's family lived happily. As Coconut Boy was intelligent and hardworking, he became the principal graduate in the court's examination and was sent to the foreign country as the king's ambassador. Before leaving, he gave his wife some strange gifts: a firestone, a knife, and 2 chicken eggs to defend herself. Still jealous, the 2 older sisters planned to hurt her to become Coconut's wife. One day, they asked her to go out rowing and drew up a plan to harm her. They pushed her into the water, and then a huge whale passed by and swallowed it up. She remembered her husband's gift and used a knife to slit the whale's stomach and escape. She then cut up some of the meat and dried it. Stranded on an island for several days, the 2 eggs hatched and grew into a hen and rooster, keeping her company. One day, a boat passed by the island, and the rooster loudly said, "Cuckoo, cuckoo, is that the Mandarin's boat coming to pick up my mistress?" The Mandarin was Coconut Boy. He came ashore and was very surprised to find his wife there. They were so happy to see each other. Turning home, the Mandarin told his wife to stay inside the room, and he held a party outside. The 2 older sisters rejoiced inwardly and tried to outdo one another in telling how the youngest one had an accident. They pretended to feel sorry for her. The Mandarin said nothing. Only when the party came to an end, he told his wife to come out. The 2 older sisters were so ashamed when they saw her alive that they left without a word and never came back.